Today's session is about squares and square roots. More about patterns. Last week, we learned how to find the digit in the units place of the square of a number, how to find the square of a number. Today, we will be discussing about patterns. Let us see what are patterns. Some more interesting patterns. Here, square number patterns. Last week in the introduction, I told you you have a relation between the name square numbers and the geometrical shape square. Let us see. How many squares are there here? One square. That is 1 into 1, 1. Here, to make a square, how many small squares you need? 1, 2, 3, 4. So to get a perfect square, you need 4 small squares, isn't it? So let us see the number 4. 4 is 2 into 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. So what is the case of 3? If I take only 3 small squares, will it be a square? No. Again I am keeping 3 more squares above it. So how many squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Will this be a square? This part? No, it's a rectangle. I am keeping 3 more squares above it. So how many squares are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you can see this is a perfect square. Isn't it? This is a perfect square shape. So how many small squares did you need? You needed 9 small squares. Again, 9. How can we write 9? 3 into 3 is 9. So you can see that if you want to make a perfect geometrical shape square, you need such numbers. Which numbers? 1, 4, 9, 16. What are this peculiarity of these numbers? You are getting this number when you multiply two similar numbers. So if you want to get a perfect square shape, you need such numbers. That is why you call 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. as square numbers. What is that? Square numbers. That is the relation between geometrical shape square and square number. Is that clear to you? The number of small squares needed to make a perfect big square is same as the square number. Next, let us see another pattern. If square is there, triangle also should be there, isn't it? Triangular numbers. Nice to see that balls, right? So here 1 is a triangular number. To make a triangle, equilateral triangle, you need 3 more balls. 1, 2, 3. With 3 balls, you can make a triangle. I am giving you 4 balls and asking you to make a triangle. Is it possible? No. If I am giving you 5 balls, again I am asking you to make a triangle. That is also not possible. So, to make an equilateral triangle, you need 6 balls. I am talking about equilateral triangle. All the 3 sides are equal. Here you can see, here you have 3 balls, here you have 3 balls, and base also you have 3 balls. So, to make a triangle, you need 6 balls. After 6, what will be the number? After 6, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, such numbers which will help you to make an equilateral triangle is known as triangular numbers. This is for only your knowledge. You don't have much to think about it. You have to learn what are square numbers, what are triangular numbers. So what are square numbers? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, etc. And what are triangular numbers? 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, etc. Okay. Now what you have to learn is what is the relation between a square number and a triangular number. What is the relation between a square number and a triangular number? Okay, let's see. Add the first two triangular numbers. Add the first two triangular numbers. What will happen? 1 plus 3. What is 1 plus 3? 4. Isn't it a square number? When you add two consecutive triangular numbers, you will get a square number. Let's see the next two consecutive terms. 3 plus 6. What is 3 plus 6? 3 plus 6 is 9. Again, 9 is a square number, isn't it? 3 into 3, 9. You can see it here. 9 is a square number. Now let's see the next triangular number. 6 plus 10. Students, remember that I am talking about consecutive triangular numbers, that is adjacent numbers. Don't take 3 and 10. I am talking about 6 and 10, 3 and 6, 1 and 3. Two consecutive triangular numbers. Now back to 6 and 10. What is the sum of 6 and 10? Sum of 6 and 10 is 16. Isn't it 16 a square number? Yes, 16 is also a square number. So what will you conclude? If we add two consecutive triangular numbers, we get a square number. So what is the relation between triangular numbers and square numbers? If we add two consecutive triangular numbers, we get a square number. You just learn this relation. Clear? Next, numbers between square numbers. Numbers between square numbers. First, let us see the example, then we'll come back to this definition. How many numbers are there between 1 square and 2 square? 1 square and 2 square. What is 1 square? 1 into 1, 1. What is 2 square? 2 into 2, 4. Tell me how many numbers are there between 1 and 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, cancelling 1 and 4, how many numbers are there? There are 2 numbers. There are 2 numbers. You can find this without writing like this. Here I wrote the whole numbers here, right? Unless writing this, you can find the number of non-perfect square numbers. Non-perfect square numbers means you will not get 2 or 3 by multiplying a number, right? So they are known as non-perfect square numbers. Now, which is the smallest number here? 1 or 2? 1 is the smallest number. So taking this as n here, n, I can calculate the number of non-perfect square numbers as 2 into n. 2 into n. 2 into 1. In this case, it is 2 into 1. So, 2 into 1 is 2. This is the answer. There are 2 numbers. Okay. So, how many numbers are there between 1 square and 2 square? You just multiply the first number or the smallest number with 2. What will you do? Multiply 2 with the smallest number. Okay. So that is the definition given here. There are 2n, 2 into n non-perfect square numbers between the squares of the numbers n and n plus 1. Students, don't bother about this definition. You will not be asked about it. But you should know how to calculate. We'll see one more example and I'll make it clear for you. How many numbers are there between 2 square and 3 square? How many numbers are there between 2 square and 3 square? You just see which is the smallest number here. Which is the smallest number here? 2 or 3? Of course, it is 2. Just multiply 2 into 2. What is that? There are 4 numbers. There are 4 numbers. You don't need to write this. We'll see the questions how it comes to you. In question paper, how the question comes. How many numbers lie in between square of the following numbers? This is how the question comes. How many numbers lie in between square of the following numbers? The question is 12 and 13. You should just see which is the smallest number. Which is the smallest number? Here, which is the smallest number? 12. Just multiply 12 and 2. Just multiply 12 and 2. What is 12 into 2? 24. So, the numbers between 12 square and 13 square is 24. The number of non-perfect square numbers between 12 square and 13 square is 24. You can calculate. 12 square is 144 and 13 square is 169. Between 144 and 169, you will have 24 numbers. Okay. Starting from 145 ending till 168. There are 24 numbers. Hope it is clear. Next, 25 and 26. 25 and 26. Which is the smallest number? 25. How will you find the number of non-perfect squares? 2 into 25. That is 50. There are 50 numbers between 25 square and 26 square. Okay. There are 50 numbers between 25 square. What is 25 square? 225. And between 26 square. There are 50 numbers. Okay. We will discuss the next topic in the next video.